Excuses are lies, and you know it. You've said it. We all have. I'm too tired. I don't have time. I wasn't born with the talent. I'll start tomorrow. Excuses. Every single one of them. But here's the truth, excuses are lies. And deep down, you know it. You weren't too tired to scroll through your phone for 2 hours. You weren't too busy to binge that show or sleep in. You had time, you just didn't use it. You had energy, you just didn't direct it. This is your wake-up call. Because if you keep feeding yourself excuses, you'll keep starving your future. Every excuse you make is a chain holding you back from your destiny. And every time you choose comfort over commitment, you're killing your growth. You're not weak. You've just been lying to yourself so long you started believing it. Stop making excuses. Because the world doesn't care why you didn't show up. It only remembers whether you did or didn't. You want to grow? You want to change your life? You want success, discipline, freedom? Then it's time to kill your excuses. Because excuses don't build legacies, action does. Excuses don't build champions, grit does. Excuses don't create growth, truth does. Personal growth starts the moment you stop lying to yourself. You don't need more time, more talent, or more motivation. You need to look in the mirror and say, no more lies, no more limits, no more excuses. This is your moment. Either you rise above your excuses, or you stay stuck beneath them. It's your choice. Kill the excuses. Become the person you were meant to be. You don't need perfect conditions, you need grit. If you're waiting for the perfect moment, you'll be waiting for the rest of your life. The truth is, perfect conditions don't exist. Life is messy. Time is short. And opportunities rarely come with red carpets. What separates winners from wishers isn't luck, it's grit. It's self-discipline. It's showing up every single day, even when it's inconvenient, uncomfortable, or unfair. You don't need everything to be just right. You don't need all the answers. What you need is mental toughness, the ability to keep going when everything in you wants to stop. That's what champions are made of. Not perfection. Persistence. No excuses. Motivation starts right here. You either make progress or you make excuses. But you can't do both. Excuses are easy. Excuses feel safe. But excuses kill dreams. They're lies we tell ourselves to stay in the comfort zone, and the comfort zone is where passion and purpose go to die. Stop telling yourself you're not ready. You are. You're ready to start. You're ready to build. You're ready to fight for your future. Motivation to start doesn't come from the outside. It comes from a fire inside you. And that fire grows when you feed it with action. Wake up and realize, self-discipline is your greatest weapon. It means showing up when motivation fades. It means doing the work when nobody's watching. It means training your mind to reject excuses and embrace effort. If you want to change your life, start now. Not tomorrow. Not when it's easier. Not when everything lines up perfectly. Start now, right where you are with what you have. Because success doesn't wait for convenience. It rewards the relentless. You don't need perfect conditions. You need to be gritty. You need to be focused. You need to be unstoppable. So kill the excuses, build your grit, and take the first step right now. The excuse habit is your biggest enemy. Let's get real for a moment. You're not losing because you lack talent. You're not stuck because of your background, your education, or your circumstances. You're stuck because you built a habit of making excuses. Excuses are comfortable. They're easy. They let you off the hook. But what they don't do is move you forward. You've been conditioned to defend your limitations. To say I can't, I'm not ready, or it's not the right time. But every time you say that, you're rehearsing failure. You're making your excuse stronger than your goal. Here's the truth. The excuse habit is your biggest enemy. It disguises itself as logic. It sounds reasonable. It feels safe. But it's a trap. You can't grow while protecting your comfort zone. You can't rise while defending your excuses. You can't win while negotiating with your own laziness. Stop making excuses. You don't need more time, you need more commitment. You don't need perfect conditions, you need a decision. You don't need someone to save you, you need to save yourself. Your excuses are costing you your dream, your purpose, your power, your future. And if you don't kill the excuse habit, it will kill your potential. This is not just a motivational speech, it's a challenge. A challenge to take full responsibility. To stop blaming, stop waiting, and start acting. Because every excuse you overcome is a step toward freedom. Every time you choose discipline over delay, you build strength. Every time you silence the excuse and take action, you become unstoppable. Your future doesn't need your excuses. It needs your fight, your focus, your fire. So kill the excuse habit before it kills your purpose. You're not a victim of your circumstances. You're the architect of your destiny. No more limits, no more lies. Just relentless, consistent, forward motion. Comfort is the trap. Excuses keep you there. Comfort is the silent killer of potential. It whispers lies to keep you where it's safe, predictable, and easy. But if your life feels stuck, uninspired, or small, it's probably because you've been living in that comfort zone too long. You weren't created for average. You weren't built to settle. Yet every time you choose comfort over challenge, you dig yourself deeper into a trap where growth dies and excuses multiply. If you want to grow, you have to destroy the comfort zone, tear it down brick by brick. Growth starts when comfort ends. It begins the moment you step into the unfamiliar and say, "I'm done playing small." Laziness doesn't just happen. It's the result of choosing ease again and again, until your body adapts and your mind accepts less as enough. But you can overcome laziness, not by waiting to feel inspired, but by choosing action anyway. Discipline is stronger than desire. Effort is louder than excuses. It takes daily discipline to break the cycle. Not once, not twice, but every day. You wake up and do the work, even if you're tired, even if you're scared, even if you don't feel like it. That's how you build a life worth living. Not with comfort, with consistency. The truth is, excuses are just chains disguised as reasons. They sound convincing. I'm too tired. It's not the right time. What if I fail? But every excuse you feed becomes another bar on the cage of mediocrity. You want change? Then fight for it. Let that discomfort push you. Let it shape you. Let it be the fire that burns your old limits to the ground. Real growth requires risk. Change demands discomfort. But what's on the other side of that pain? Power, confidence, freedom. A version of you you've never met before, but were always meant to become. This is your motivation to change. Get uncomfortable. Get disciplined. Get out of your own way. Because comfort won't take you to greatness. Discipline will. If you can complain, you can change. Complaining is the language of the powerless. Every time you complain, you're giving away your strength. You're saying, "This is out of my control," when deep down, you know it's not. You're not stuck because of your circumstances. You're stuck because of your mindset. If you have the energy to complain, then you have the energy to take action. You just have to make the shift, from pointing fingers to taking personal accountability. Because blaming the world won't change your life. Owning your choices will. This is your wake-up call. Stop complaining. Stop repeating the same stories that justify why you haven't moved forward. You say you want success, change, and purpose, but your words are killing your momentum before your actions even begin. This isn't just another motivational speech for 2025. This is your reality check. You can't complain your way to progress. You can't whine your way to breakthrough. But you can change your mindset, and that changes everything. Real power begins the moment you say, "This is on me." Not the system. Not your past. Not your boss. That's not weakness. That's strength. That's ownership. And it's the only path to freedom. Every time you speak negativity over your life, you're programming yourself to believe you're a victim. But you're not a victim, you're a creator. You can create change, create results, create momentum. But you have to kill the habit of complaining. You don't need a miracle, you need a mindset shift. You need to believe that your decisions matter more than your conditions. That every complaint is a missed opportunity to change. So what if it's hard? So what if it's unfair? Life doesn't reward the loudest complainer, it rewards the most committed doer. Change happens when excuses die and action begins. So if you're tired of being stuck, do something about it. One choice, one action, one step at a time. Replace your complaints with courage. Replace your blame with belief. Replace your rant with responsibility. If you can complain, you can change. And change is the only way forward. Excuses make you feel safe, but you stay stuck. Excuses feel good in the moment. They protect your ego, they shield you from risk, they justify your inaction. But in reality, they don't keep you safe. They keep you stuck. Every excuse you make is a wall between you and the life you want. You tell yourself it's not the right time, that you're not ready, that you'll try tomorrow. But tomorrow turns into next week. Next week turns into next year. And next year becomes a regret you carry for life. Let's be real, it's not the challenge that's stopping you. It's the fear of failure, fear of looking foolish, fear of making mistakes, fear of not being good enough. But fear is a liar. And excuses are its disguise. You will never win while you're still trying to protect your pride. You must be willing to fail. You must be willing to look imperfect. Because progress only happens when you move through fear, not around it. It's time to break free from excuses. They are not your friends. They are not protecting you. They are prison guards keeping you locked in a small life while your dreams wait on the outside. Success doesn't come to the smartest or the most talented. It comes to the most consistent. It comes to the ones who build success habits. Those small, disciplined choices repeated daily that lead to massive results over time. Start small. Wake up earlier. Turn off distractions. Show up even when it's hard. Take the first step even when you're scared. That's how you win. Not with perfection, but with persistence. If you're looking for a sign, this is it. This is your call to get motivated. Not just for today, but for every day. Stop seeking comfort and start chasing growth. Excuses will always be there. But so will the truth. You have the power to change your life. Every time you make an excuse, remember this: your future is watching. What are you going to show it? Excuses make you feel safe, but they keep you small. Choose freedom. Choose movement. Choose action. Because stuck is a choice, and so is greatness. Talent doesn't matter if you never start. Talent means nothing if it's sitting on the bench. You can be gifted, brilliant, full of ideas, but if you never act, none of it matters. You'll be just another name on the list of what could have been. Your dreams don't care how talented you are. The world doesn't reward potential, it rewards execution. It rewards those who choose action over excuses. You've waited long enough to feel ready, long enough to feel confident, long enough to have the perfect plan. But here's the truth: waiting is just procrastination in disguise. There is no perfect moment. There's only now. Kill procrastination by refusing to delay your future one more day. You say you're not ready? Start anyway. You say you might fail? Learn anyway. You say it's not the right time? Start building something with what you have. Because motion creates momentum. You don't need all the steps figured out, you just need to take the first one. This is your motivation to take action. Your goals will not chase you. You have to chase them. Every step you don't take is one more day someone else gets ahead while you stay in place, doubting, hesitating, delaying. Success favors the bold, the brave, the committed, not the perfect. You're not falling behind because of lack of skill. You're falling behind because of hesitation. You need to start today. Not next Monday. Not after you read one more book. Not when you feel 100% ready. Start now. Start messy. Start scared. Because talent without action is wasted potential. And nobody will remember what you could have done, they'll only remember what you did. Stop asking, what if I fail? Start asking, what if I win? Action is the cure. Discipline is the path. And starting is the hardest, but most powerful, step of all. So get up. Go now. The clock is ticking. Your dream is waiting. Talent doesn't matter if you never start. But your action? That changes everything. You're not tired, you're unmotivated. Let's be honest, you're not as tired as you say you are. You're not exhausted, you're unmotivated. Your body isn't shutting down, your mind is checking out. We live in a world that praises rest but forgets the power of resilience. You say you're tired, but what you're really lacking is mental toughness, the strength to push through even when the feeling is gone. This is your motivational wake-up call. Stop calling it fatigue when it's really just resistance. Resistance to discomfort. Resistance to effort. Resistance to showing up when it's hard. You don't need more sleep, you need more purpose. You don't need more breaks, you need more fire. And that fire doesn't come from comfort. It comes from commitment. Real warriors don't wait to feel ready. They rise without permission. They show up without excuses. They fight when it's tough and they train their mind to say, we go anyway. If you want to win, you need to master one thing: motivation for discipline. Not motivation for hype. Not motivation for when it's easy. Motivation that's built on routine, repetition, and refusal to quit. When that alarm clock goes off in the morning, you have two choices: hit snooze on your potential or rise into your purpose. This isn't just about waking up physically, it's about waking up mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. This is your morning motivation. The champions you admire? They're not superhuman. They're just more consistent. They've trained themselves to take action no matter how they feel. That's mental toughness. That's the edge that changes everything. You say you're tired, but you still binge shows, scroll for hours, and waste time. You're not tired, you're distracted. And distraction is the silent assassin of greatness. So take control. Take ownership. You don't need more comfort, you need more courage. You don't need more rest, you need more reason. Because your future isn't waiting for you to feel good. It's waiting for you to move. So get up. Push through. Power forward. Because greatness isn't built in comfort. It's built in movement. You're not tired, you're unmotivated. Fix that. One excuse today equals one regret tomorrow. It seems small now. skipping one workout, delaying that goal, postponing the dream just one more day. But what feels like just one excuse today becomes a weight you'll carry tomorrow and every day after. This is your reality. Every excuse you make is a seed, and that seed grows into regret. You don't feel it immediately. That's what makes excuses so dangerous. They're quiet. They're smooth. They sound reasonable. But they rob you silently, minute by minute, choice by choice. Stop wasting time. Time is the one thing you never get back. Money? You can earn it. Energy? You can restore it. But time? Once it's gone forever. This isn't just another motivational phrase. This is life motivation. Your future self is watching everything you do today, and it will either thank you or resent you. So ask yourself, do you want comfort now or confidence later? Do you want excuses today or results tomorrow? Kill the excuses. They're the only thing standing between you and the life you're capable of living. Talent is not your problem. Time is not your problem. The problem is believing your own lies about why you can't. This is your kill excuses motivational speech. It's not too late. You're not too old. You're not too far gone. But you must stop justifying inaction. You must stop entertaining the thoughts that keep you small. You must rise. Because one excuse leads to one missed opportunity. One missed opportunity leads to one more regret. And enough regrets? They build a life you don't recognize. A life full of what ifs instead of I did. Adopt a no regrets mindset. Start thinking long term. Think about the life you'll have if you push today, and the one you'll regret if you don't. This is not about being perfect. It's about being persistent. Show up. Even when it's hard. Even when it's inconvenient. Because every excuse you kill today brings you one step closer to freedom tomorrow. One excuse today equals one regret tomorrow. Choose courage now so you don't cry later. You'll never win playing the victim. You can't build a powerful life with a powerless mindset. If you keep seeing yourself as the victim of your past, your environment, your failures, you'll never break free. You'll never rise. You'll never win. Because winners don't point fingers. They take full responsibility. This is your victim mentality motivation. The world doesn't owe you anything. Life may not be fair, but sitting in self-pity won't change it. Blaming others won't fix it. And complaining won't move you forward. You have two choices. Keep rehearsing your setbacks or start rewriting your story. No, it's not your fault that something's happened to you. But it is your responsibility to decide what happens next. That's where your power is. That's where your breakthrough begins. If you want real change, you must take control of your life. No more excuses. No more I can't. No more they didn't. You are not helpless. You are not broken. You are not stuck unless you choose to be. This is not just a motivational talk. This is a mirror. Look at the version of you who refuses to settle. The version who doesn't wait for permission, who doesn't wait to feel ready, who moves anyway. That version of you? They're already inside. But excuses are in the way. Fear is in the way. That voice in your head telling you that you're not enough, that's the enemy. Destroy excuses. Starve them. Stop feeding them with your attention, your words, your beliefs. Because every time you say I can't, what you really mean is I won't. And if you won't try, you don't get to win. Let this sink in. You can't control everything. But you can control your choices, your mindset, your habits. And that's more than enough to build something powerful. You'll never win by waiting for someone to save you. You save you. You move. You fight. You build. Not with comfort. Not with blame. With courage. You'll never win playing the victim. So stop living in the story of what happened. And start creating the story of what's next.